Okay, in this section of chapter 5.3, we will learn how to multiply polynomials. Okay, the example one has, okay, there are two factors like this. The one is 3x, and the first one is a parenthesis, which has two terms. Then we can do this way. We can use distributive property. So multiply this each 2x and 7 by 3x. So multiply 2x by 3x minus multiply 7 by 3x. Then this is equal to, okay, for the first term, 2 times 3 is 6, x times x is x squared, minus 3 times 7, 21x. Okay, the next one is, okay, now there are three terms inside the parentheses. So I will multiply all these 3 by 4x squared using distribution property. So multiply 4x squared by 3x minus, okay, this is minus, right, minus, and then 4x squared times 2x cubed plus, okay, this plus 4x squared, okay, this one times 1. So when we simplify this, okay, then the first term is 4 times 3 is 12x, x squared times x is x cubed. Okay, the next minus 4 times 2 is 8, x to the 5th power. X squared times x cubed is 2 plus 3, then 5, plus 4x squared. Okay, multiplying this by 1 is same as this number. And then write this in descending order by the degrees. The largest degree term comes first, so negative 8x to the 5th power. And next is cube, so plus 12x cubed plus 4x squared. Okay, or okay, for this, or you can do this way. Now multiply 4x squared by 3x. So this is okay. And then multiply this whole, including this negative sign. So once we multiply this and this, the sign is negative. The sign will be negative, right? So put the negative sign, 4x squared and 2x cubed. Then multiply 1 by this, then plus 4x. So actually this is equal to this, same. And then simplify. Okay, let's try next example. Okay, in this example, we will multiply the parentheses by a negative number. So why don't we multiply each term inside parentheses by negative x? So distribute. So this is equal to negative x times the first term in the parentheses, 5x squared. Also multiply, okay, minus, right, minus, and then multiply this negative x by this one, x. So this is equal to, okay, for the first term, the sign is negative 5x, x times x squared is x cubed. And the second term is negative times negative is positive, so plus x times x is x squared. Okay, or you can do this way. So multiply 5x squared by negative x. So negative x times 5x squared. And then next, I'm going to multiply this whole negative x. So minus x can be written as negative x. So multiply this negative x by negative x. So plus negative x times negative x. Then negative 5x squared, 5x cubed. And this one is negative x times negative x is positive, so plus x squared. Okay, the next one is this. Okay, multiply each term inside the parentheses by negative 2x squared. So negative 2x squared times x squared. And next, you can multiply this whole term, negative 8x, by negative 2x squared. So you can use plus because we are multiplying this whole negative 8x. So negative 2x squared times negative 8x. Or you can do this way. Or you can do this way. Okay, you want to use minus. Okay, then put the minus sign here. Then I will multiply 8x by this. So negative 2x squared by what? 8. Not negative 8 because we used the minus sign here. Okay, the next is multiply this 4 by this number. So plus this number, this expression is negative 2x squared multiplied by 4. Okay, then that one is, the first term is negative 2x to the fourth power. The second term is minus negative. Negative is positive, so plus 2 times 8 is 16x squared. The last one, here's the sign is negative, so minus 2 times 4 is 8x squared. Okay. So, sometimes if the parenthesis minus, then you can use this negative s as a negative 8x. Multiply negative 8x by this number. Still that is okay. So you can write it this one as minus negative 2x squared times x squared plus the first one is negative 2x squared multiplied by this whole second term, negative 8x. And then plus negative 2x squared times 4, like this. Then you will get this result. Okay, let's try another example. Okay, there are four terms inside parentheses. So multiply each term by negative y to the fourth power. So negative y to the fourth power times this whole thing, so 7y cubed, plus multiply this negative y to the fourth power by what? This whole second term. Make sure include this negative sign, so negative 4y cubed, plus multiply this by y, so negative y to the fourth power by y. Finally, plus this one times whole negative 4. So negative y to the fourth power by negative 4. Then simplify each term. So negative 7y to the 4 plus 3 is 7. Okay, the second term is negative times negative is positive. So plus 4y to the power is 4 plus 3 is 7. And the third term is, the sign is negative. So negative y to the fifth power, because 4 plus 1 is 5. And the last term is negative times negative is positive. So plus y plus 4 y to the fourth power. And then combine the like terms. So it is 7th power, 7th power. So negative 7 plus 4 is negative 3 y to the fourth power minus y to the y to the 7th power, right? Y to the 7th power. And then the next one is y to the 5th power plus 4y to the 4th power. Okay, so this is the simplified form. Okay, in this case, we will multiply two binomials, so we will use the well-known method FOIL. Okay, FOIL means the first, F stands for first term of each binomial. So x times x, and the O is outer term, the outside terms of this one. So outside is x and 3, outside term. And then I means the inner terms, and negative 3 and x are the inner terms. And L stands for the last terms. So the last term of each binomial is 3 and 3, negative 3 and 3. So this is FOIL method. So multiply the first term, then x squared, x times x squared, multiply the outside term, then x times 3 is 3x, multiply the inner terms, so inner terms are negative 3 times x, so minus 3x. And the last term is negative 3 times 3 is negative 9. And then combine the like terms, x squared, this one cancel out, minus 9. Okay, so the FOIL method is basically this. Now there are two terms over here, two terms, and okay, any term is fine. There's another term, like another term. Then what we do is multiply each term in one parenthesis by each term in the other parenthesis, like this. So I will use this a to multiply all these two, 1, 2, and multiply these terms by this again, like this. So there are two terms here, two terms here. So once we distribute each term by each term in the other parenthesis, then there will be 2 times 2, 4 terms. So let's say I want to multiply this a plus b binomial by abc, this trinomial. Then how many terms will be produced? There will be 6 terms produced, because there are 2 terms here, 3 terms here, altogether 6 terms. So there will be 6 terms, because each ABC in this parenthesis is multiplied by a first. So there are 3 terms generated, and also multiply each ABC by this b. So there are other 3 terms generated. So altogether 6 terms will be made. Okay, so let's try next one. Okay, multiply each term in this parenthesis by 3x, like this. So 3x times 2x plus 3x times 1. Okay, now multiply 2x and 1 by 4. So that is 4 times 2x plus 4 times 1. Then simplify each term. So the first term is 3 times 2 is 6, x times x is x squared, plus 3x, plus 4 times 2 is 8, times x, plus 4. Then combine the like terms, 6x squared, and this is plus 11x, plus 4. Okay, so when we multiply two binomials, or three binomials, make sure multiply each term inside one parenthesis by each term in the other parenthesis. Okay, so you have to practice and to get familiar with multiplying. Okay, let's multiply these two. Then multiply each term by 2x. So 2x times x is 2x squared, right? 2x times x is 2x squared. Okay, plus 2x times 2, plus, now multiply this x and 2 by 1. So 1 times x is x, 1 times 2 is 2. Combine the like terms. Before we combine the like terms, simplify each term. 2x squared plus 4x plus x plus 2. And then combine the like terms. This 2 is 5x plus 2. Okay, so when we multiply two binomials, we can use the mental math. So 2x times x is 2x squared, plus 2x times 2 is 4x. 1 times x is x, 1 times 2 is 2. Then from here, combine the like terms. This is 5x plus 2. So if you use a mental math, then you can skip one step. Okay, here is a very important special products. There are 3 special products. One is Okay, both of them, all these are binomials. So multiply binomial by binomial, but the first and the second term are the same, AB, and this is AB. AB, AB, but the first binomial is plus, the second binomial is minus. Then the result is a squared minus b squared. And the middle terms are gone. Okay, let's prove why we get this. Let's prove it. Okay, so a plus b times a minus b. Then multiply, use the FOIL method. A squared, this one is a times b. This one is plus ab or ba. AB or BA, so BA is equal to AB, right? And then minus B squared. So minus AB plus AB cancel out. We get A squared minus B squared. So whenever we have a product of two binomials, one is plus, one is minus, and two terms are the same, AB, AB, then the result is what? A squared minus B squared, okay? This is minus. A squared minus B squared. Or from the right side, if you have something like this, difference minus, this is difference, and two terms are a squared, b squared, then you can write as a product like this, a plus b times a minus b. So this is a very useful, really useful formula. Okay, the next one is you are multiplying a plus b, the binomial twice. Okay, multiply the binomial twice, then it is this. A squared plus 2ab. Multiply this ab and then multiply by 2. So move these 2 down and multiply these two terms, 2ab plus b squared. So the results, there are 3 terms. The results have 3 terms, and they are a squared plus 2ab. Move this power to the front and then multiply AB. So 2AB plus B squared. If the binomial is minus, so A minus B squared, then same as A plus B squared. The difference is the second term. So A squared minus, if this minus, then the second term is minus 2AB plus b squared. Okay, so this is a useful special product, so don't forget this, memorize this one, memorize. So using this, let's do an example. So example 6, A is 3x minus 2 times 3x plus 2. Okay, 3x minus 2 plus 3x minus plus 2 and minus 2. Okay, two terms are the same. 3x, 2, 3x, 2. And the sign is different. This is subtraction, this is addition. Then using the property, the property, the result is the first term squared minus the second term squared. So square the first term minus square the second term. Then this is 9x squared minus 4. So 3x is multiplied twice. So 3 times 3 is 9, x times x is x squared. It's pretty simple. So how about this? 6 plus 5x, 6 minus 5x. Still same. So there are two terms, 6 and 5x, 6 and 5x. One is plus, one is minus. So we can use the formula. Okay, actually this formula is called difference of squares. Difference of squares. Okay. So difference of squares means minus subtraction of what? Two squares. One is a squared, the other one is b squared. So this is a form of difference of squares, so we can multiply the first term twice. So square the first term minus square the next term, second term. Then 36 minus 5 squared is 25, x squared is x squared. Okay. And then let's try next one. Okay, let us see, it's about Okay, let us see 2x minus 7 squared. Okay, so the binomial 2x minus 7 is multiplied twice. Then the formula is what? Square the first term. Square the first term. This is minus, so minus 2 times first term and the second term. So 2x times 7. First term, second term. So first term is 2x, second term is 7. And then plus square the second term. So a squared minus 2ab. This is a, 7 is b. So a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Then 4x squared minus 2 times 7 is 4 times 7, 28x plus 7 squared, 49. Okay, let's do another one. X plus 4 cubed. X plus 4 cubed is, alright, there is a special, this is also can be a special product, but without using special product, let's use regular method. So cube means we're multiplying x plus 4 3 times. 3 times. So can we write it like this? So x plus 4 times x plus 4 squared. So this is x plus 4. 1 plus 2, 3 is cube. Okay, then this is equal to x plus 4. Let's simplify this using formula. Then a squared, so x squared plus 2ab. 2 times the first term and the second term. So 2 times x times 4 is, okay, let me write it again. So 2 times x times 4 plus b squared. 4 squared, 16. So let's simplify the terms in the right, in the second parenthesis. So x squared plus 2 times 4 is 8x plus 16. Okay, then what do we do? Here is 2 terms, here are 3 terms. So we will multiply these 3 terms by x and then by 4. So multiply x squared by x. Okay, use mental math. X squared times x, then x cubed, plus 8x times x, then 8x squared, plus 16 times x is 16x. Okay, next, multiply this x squared by 4. So x squared times 4, then 4x squared. Multiply this x by 4, then 4 times 8 is 32x, plus 16 times 4. 16 times 4, so 64. And then combine the like terms. The largest term is cubes, x cubed. And the x terms are this, x squared terms are this, 2. So 8 plus 4 is 12x squared. And then x terms are these 2. So 16 plus 32 is plus 48x plus the constant is the only one. So this is the result of this, x plus 4 cubed. Okay, in this case, we can apply cube function. Okay, let me explain the cube Okay, for a special product of a plus b cubed or a minus b cubed. Okay, this will be explained in the next section. So let's keep this one for a while. Okay, then example 7 is, here's a rectangular box, and each side has an expression like this. The length of this length is n plus 1, width is n, the height is n plus 2. Then write the expression for the volume. Okay, so the volume is the product of the base. So the area of the base multiplied by the height. So the volume is n times n plus 1 multiplied by the height. So this is the volume. So we can distribute this, so n times, then multiply this, and use the FOIL method. N times n is n squared, n times 2 is 2n, and 1 times n is n, 1 times 2 is 2. Then this is equal to n times n squared, combine like terms, 3n plus 2. So finally this is equal to, multiply this by n, so n cubed. Let me write this one in the next line, not the next. So n cubed plus 3n times n is 3n squared, 2 times n is 2n. So this is the expression for the volume of this rectangular box. Okay, letter B is, okay, find the volume when n equals 4. So find the volume when n equals 4. So what we do is replace this n by 4. So n cubed is 4 cubed plus 3 times 4 squared plus 2 times 4. Then 4 cubed is 64 plus 3 times, okay, 4 squared is 16 plus 8, then 64 plus 48 plus 8, then this will be, okay, 120, is it 120, right? 120. So the volume when n equals 4, then that is 120 maybe cubic inches or whatever the inch is, whatever the unit is. Okay, then the area of the base. The area of the base is the length times the width. So the length is n plus 1 and the width is n. And this is equal to, use the distribution property. N times n is n squared plus 1 times n is n. So this is the area of the bottom of the area of the base of the box. Okay, then what happens? Okay, what will be the area when the value n is increased by 3? So in this case, we gotta do this way. We can find the area by changing the input. So the input will be n plus 3 because the input n is increased by 3. So just replace n with n plus 3. So the area, this is the area formula. And replace this n with what? Replace n with n plus 3. So n plus 3 squared plus n plus 3. Then n squared, use the special product property. So a squared, n squared plus 2 times ab. 2 times ab plus b squared plus n plus 3. This is n plus 3. Then n squared plus 6n plus 9 plus n plus 3. Then n squared, combine the like terms, plus 7n plus 9 plus 3 is 12. So this is the expression for the area of the bottom if n is increased by 3. Okay, as a summary of this section, okay, make sure that we gotta memorize 3 formulas. So product of 2 binomials with the same 2 terms, and one is plus and minus, then the result is a squared minus b squared. The first term squared minus the second term squared. Okay, we use this one a lot. And then if you multiply the binomial twice, then the result is a squared plus 2 times ab plus b squared. And if the binomial is minus a minus b, then the result is a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Okay, so don't forget these rules. Also, if you are multiplying, a binomial or whatever by some, okay, let's say trinomial, then how many terms are there? There will be 6 terms because 2 times 3 is 6. So there will be 6 terms. And those terms are what? Multiply each term in one parenthesis by each term in the other parenthesis.